Laszlo Mickemeyer, the new Denver kicker, is ready. Back deep, number 28, Rick Dupree for Washington. Our game underway, and it's going to be Dupree in his end zone. 5, 10, and upended at the 12-yard line. Boy, a big crowd here at the Capitol Center tonight to watch the home opener for the Commandos. And they come out offensively with this lineup. Walter Holman, who played in the USFL with Pittsburgh, is the big fullback. Rick Dupree, who just returned the kick in at a wingback, along with Lenny Taylor. Up front, Wes Walton, John Relk, and Mike Whittick, and the wide receiver, Dwayne Dixon. And the quarterback is Rick Ingold, 17 for 32 in a loss at Pittsburgh last week. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Lenny Taylor coming in motion. Ingold throwing, and it's complete. He's got Dupree and out of bounds. Rob DeVita coming over to make that tackle. He's in at the defensive spot for the quarterback. We'll get to him in a moment. Here's Harris, Kane, and Smith, the front three. Then Prather, Trimble, Cotman, and Friday in the secondary. And the defensive specialist who takes the place of the quarterback is Rob DeVita. And he just made that first tackle. A 9-yard pass play. It is 2nd down and 1 for the Commandos from their own 21-yard line. Ingold has time. It's complete. Lenny Taylor out of bounds on the near side. Larry Friday defending.
That's a great play, but watch the big play on this is Lenny Taylor's nice hand action. Wasn't that a great catch? He reached right out, kept his eye on it, and brought it in, and watched himself protected against the wall there. Good play by Lenny Taylor.
A 20-yard pass play. You see Taylor's numbers from last week's game in Pittsburgh. The Commandos have it 1st and goal to go from the Denver 10-yard line. Walter Holman is the fullback. The wings are Dupree and Taylor. And Dupree goes in motion. Ingold gets away for some pressure, throws back. Touchdown, Washington. Rick Dupree with a touchdown catch. And Lee, on this drive, we've had 2 magnificent receptions by Washington receivers. 6-0 Commandos. And it took them less than 2 minutes to score. Ingold with his 4th touchdown pass. And now coming into the game, number 89, Dale Castro, who made a name for himself here in the capital area, kicking for the University of Maryland. He's on to try to kick the PAT out of the Rich Ingold hole. The kick is good. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Rich Ingold to Rick Dupree, and the Commandos have the first points. 7-0 on the Ingold touchdown pass play to Rick Dupree. Dale Castro to kick things off. And the deep man for Denver is Darrell Taylor, number 42, standing in his own end zone. The Washington kickoff. Off the iron, and it's out of bounds. The officials will mark, it is a penalty. The officials will mark the ball where they felt it angled out of bounds, then tack on 3 yards. And here's the replay of the touchdown.
Here's Ingold. He's rolling to his right. He throws it back. Watch the great concentration by Rick Dupree. 2 fine catches by Taylor and Dupree have given this ball club a fiery start.
Rick Dupree is on a leave of absence as a sports television producer from KOMO-TV out in Seattle. He's taking the leave of absence to play in arena football, and his brother Dave is the NBA beat man for USA Today. And Rick Dupree making headlines of his own here as Washington takes a 7-0 lead. A late hit penalty against Denver moves the football back to the 3-yard line. Stuart Mitchell, what a magnificent game he had in Chicago as Denver won. There's a fumbled snap. The officials say that it is Washington ball, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Walter Holman picks up the fumble recovery. And the Commandos, as their nickname would indicate, striking quickly here in the first quarter.
There's no excuse for not getting a snap in the second ball game. The quarterback pulled out a little bit too fast. Mitchell did and dropped the ball. From then on, no one who knows who's got it except number 30. He came in, Holman. Now, Holman was down, and that's why they marked it on the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line. Washington leading Denver 7-0. 12 minutes to go in the opening period. Ingold back to pass. Complete. Holman, touchdown. 13-0 Washington. Oh, the fans of the Cap Center loving every second of it so far. Ingold with 2 touchdown passes in exactly 3 minutes and 6 seconds. As you pointed out at the opening, Lee, you can score points quickly in this game.
Don't forget, either way.
Indeed. Ingold has been perfect so far. 4 for 4 for 42 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Here's Dale Castro's extra point kick. Right through the uprights, good. Washington off to a quick lead at home against Denver. Pleasant conditions indeed. 72 degrees, clear skies, winds are calm, no chance of rain.
You know what? Even my good friend David Letterman could get that one right, couldn't he?
The deep man for Denver is Darrell Taylor, and here's the Dale Castro kick, and it hit the tell screen, and that is a dead ball. Castro must re-kick. There's a big screen that hangs above midfield here at the Capitol Center. The tell screen, and it hit that screen, so it's a dead ball on the kickoff.
We had a great...
Here's the replay of it, and you'll see the ball hit the tell screen right there, and a dead ball.
Remember we were in Rockford watching one of the practice games, and the opening kickoff went up there, and it got stuck.
In the speakers.
We almost had to call the game. We only had 2 balls at those.
Dale Castro is going to try it again. 14-0 Washington. Here's the kick. This one clears the tell screen into the end zone. Darrell Taylor, his back foot on the end line. That's a touchback. Bring it out to the 5-yard line.
As you'll see in this play right here, the isolation play, man on man. That man right there is Rich Prater. He's the number linebacker in the middle. And right here, the fullback, we got Holman going in the flat. As he goes in the flat, they pick off everybody right here, and the quarterback hits him right for a touchdown. Now, let's take a look at it. Now, watch. He's trying to cover him, you know. He can't do it because he outran him, and they picked him off to the inside. Holman beat Prater.
Mitchell back to pass. Way long. Intended for a former Maryland Terrapin, number 40, Steve Trimble for Denver. The Washington Commandos defensive specialist, number 31, Pete Stubbs, who played collegiately at Duke. He's the man who comes in as the designated defensive replacement for the quarterback. 14-0 Washington. 2nd and 10 for Denver from their own 4-yard line. And penalty flags flying. Some movement in that offensive line. Number 82, Keith Smith. Procedure against Denver. Half the distance to the goal line on the penalty. 10 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Washington leading Denver 14-0. A turnover inside the 5, paving the way for the second Washington score. Here's a jump pass, and it's complete. Coming out is Chris Brewer, and he moves it out to the 15-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 14.
On this defensive play, you watch him over pursue, which means they run faster to the right than they can go back to the left. He knows which way he's going, Brewer does, number 26, and he cuts back. He's got nice size at 6'1", 220, and sometimes on a field like this, you'll watch. You'll over pursue because you're so aggressive, particularly in the early part of the ball game.
Chris Brewer played a couple of years with the Broncos, now with the Denver Dynamite. Here's a pass to Trimble. And he is stopped shy of the 25-yard line, which is the midfield stripe in arena football. And Trimble out of bounds at the 23, but that's enough for a Denver first down.
That's an interesting piece of strategy right there. They threw the ball to the left to Brewer, come right back to the right to Trimble, number 40. The exact same play, only the opposite direction.
Steve Trimble from nearby Cumberland, Maryland. Tremendous high school career and on a Sun Bowl team with the Maryland Terrapins. Trimble now coming in motion. Mitchell back to pass. Throwing. Incomplete. And a lot of red shirts around Coach Tim Markham's Chris Brewer on that pass play.
Tim Markham used to be the defensive coordinator of the San Antonio team in the United States Football League, and he's an outstanding defensive coach. Right next to him, the short gentleman, is Vincent White. In his first year as a pro, a great football player at Stanford.
Kids are way off of him, aren't they?
We have microphones on the two head coaches. You'll be hearing their comments as we proceed from the Capitol Center. Mitchell 2 for 4 for 21 yards. Second and 10. Pitch left. Rich Prather knocked out of bounds. He got over the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Prather with a quick first step.
Absolutely, but boy, I tell you what, that Walter Holman, who scored a touchdown in the other end zone, comes up and makes a great play defensively. That's one of the exciting things about this league. The players play both ways, offensively and defensively.
8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Third down and 3 for Denver at the Washington 18. Prather can't hang on. Incomplete. So now it is fourth down. And let's see what Tim Markham decides to do. Laszlo Mickemeyer will stay on the sidelines. So Denver will run a play from scrimmage here on fourth down and 3.
Most of the time in this league, they've been running some kind of an option play. Roll it out where the quarterback can either run it or throw it or runs a straight down the line option. Let's take a look at it.
Trimble in motion. And the nose guard, John Relt, jumped for Washington. We'll see if he was drawn offsides.
Offside. Defense, number 67. First down.
This is John Rauch, and I tell you, a lot of times that happens, Bob, because of the number 67 Rauch, who hasn't played a lot of defense, is listening to the quarterback's voice, and the quarterback will make a loud sound and pull him offside, particularly in that situation where it's fourth down.
So now it is first down and 10 yards to go as the penalty gives Denver new life on this drive. Mitchell looking under pressure, unloads to the end zone, and it is incomplete. And now they are saying that the quarterback, Mitchell, was in the grass and will be taken down back at the 23-yard line. So no incomplete pass. It's a loss on the play back to the 23-yard line.
What that rule is to protect the quarterback. In other words, he had a hole of them, and he couldn't get away from them. That's why they call it in the grass. Sometimes that's a very controversial call. It depends a lot on who you're rooting for and how you look at that play.
Indeed. Second and 18 after the 8-yard loss. Trimble in motion. Mitchell quickly to Prather. Hot potato. Still loose. And now they're saying incomplete pass. That's twice. The one pass to Prather hit his shoulder pad, and he had trouble controlling. And now Stubbs comes up and applies the hit as Prather juggled that reception.
This is a little screen play where the quarterback will start to the right, Mitchell, and hit a little screen. And notice how he just lets everybody go through. He did not keep his eye on the football, and he should have caught it first and then start running instead of turning upfield.
Third and 18. Wingbacks fly out after a tight formation. Throw to the sideline. And out of bounds is Gary Mullen. Gary had a couple of touchdown passes last week in the game at Chicago. Made the catch, but it's out of bounds. So now it is fourth down. And Laszlo Mickemeyer, the youngest brother of Chicago kicker Nick Mickemeyer, the longtime NFL and USFL kicker, comes into the game to try his first field goal from the 21-yard line. And this will be a 37-yard field goal attempt. If it hits the nets, it's in play. Meyer's kick off the nets can be returned by the Commandos. 95, Lenny Taylor. Loose ball. Let's see what the officials, as they umpire things. If it's a touchback, they'll bring it out to the 5. Keep in mind, unless you get out of the end zone. Now they're saying Denver recovers the fumble for a touchdown. It took a while to untangle that play, but Denver gets the score.
The reason they get the score is because that is a legitimate fumble. Once the running back starts to run out of the end zone, he gets hit, drops the ball, it's live.
Denver recovers. And Keith Smith was the man who recovered it in the end zone for the touchdown. So Meyers, who started the play with a missed field goal, now comes out to try the point after. That puts Denver on the board at 14-6. We have 4:49 remaining in the opening quarter. Marty Morningwood, the backup quarterback, is the holder, and the kick is good. 4 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter, with the Washington Commandos now leading the Denver Dynamite 14-7. And we'll be right back. For Denver. 3 touchdowns in the opening quarter and still 4:47 to play in the first period. Meyer's kick comes short to the 7-yard line, where Lenny Taylor picks it up to the outside. Taylor is out of bounds over the 20 and out to the 22, and great field position for the Washington Commandos.
And remember, if the ball hits the net, it's live, all right? Meyer kicks it, good play. Off the net, now it's live. Now when Taylor's got the ball and he's cutting it out, he drops it. Now the ball is live right now, and there is Keith Smith, 6'5", 240-pounder. He fell out in the end zone, and that made it a touchdown worth 6 points.
Now Keith Smith at that defensive end position for the Dynamite. Washington 1st and 10 from their own 22. The blitz is on. Penalty flags go flying, and it appeared, Lee, that Denver
On the quarterback, still first down.
Washington jumped the snap. That was the quarterback that moved first.
The quarterback moved backwards to draw the man off sides, and that's what happened. Now he was reluctant to stand in there because they had it looked like about 12 guys ready to come in and blitz on him.
So the penalty moves it back to the 17-yard line. Still first down. Rich Ingold. Pressure and sack back at the 10-yard line. Keith Smith, who recovered the fumble in the end zone a moment ago, also from some help from number 32, Rob DeVita.
Rob DeVita is the emotional leader and the defensive captain of this football team. Now watch him jump right over the blocker and get after. This guy is tremendous. Watch him. Number 32 will come in off the picture. He jumps over the blocker and he chases him down. Smith, number 82, did a good job of keeping the guy inside, so number 32, DeVita, could tackle him.
DeVita captained the defensive unit at Illinois Benedictine, his college. 2nd and 20 for Washington back at the 10-yard line. Ingold has time over the middle. Incomplete. Too tall for Dwayne Dixon. Dixon at 6'2" extended that frame to the maximum, but could not haul in the long pass from Ingold.
Wrong number. Wrong number. Holding on the offense is declined. 3rd down.
All right, now as we look at the telestrator, you'll see number 1, 2, 3. This man has him man for man. He has him man for man. Number 3 has him man for man. There's a guy right there called the free safety, Jill. He has him man for man. When he blocks, he now becomes free, and the rule is he must stay 8 yards in the middle of the field and don't go any deeper. Now let's take a look at that. Now watch. He's got this man on the bottom of your left-hand picture. When he blocks, he's now free. He should stay in the middle and look at the play. And that's a good picture of Jill and the free safety.
Walter Holman gets the pitch and moves it over the 15-yard line to the 17 for the Washington Commandos. Walter Holman out of West Virginia State in Institute, West Virginia. He played in the USFL with the Pittsburgh Maulers. It is 4th down And coming in is Dale Castro for Washington. They'll spot this from the 8-yard line. So this is a 50-yard field goal attempt. Castro, as you see there, hit not one, but 2 50-yard field goals last week in Pittsburgh. This one on its way. Good. Dale Castro with his 50-yard field goal, giving Washington a 17-7 lead.
I'm hard to believe.
First quarter, 2 minutes and a second remain. For Denver, the deep man, Terrell Taylor, number 42, and Dale Castro, who just connected on his third 50-yard field goal of the campaign, kicks things off for Washington. Off the net and playable. That's a live ball. Rolls out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 5. First and 10 for Denver. Dale Castro, back in 1979, tied an NCAA record with 16 consecutive field goals for the Maryland Terrapins and showed us that form just moments ago.
He's also quite an athlete. They practiced him yesterday as the third-team quarterback in case both the number 1 and 2 guys go down. That gentleman, number 89, will be your quarterback.
Dale was a quarterback at Southern High School in Shadyside, Maryland, and completed a pass for the Terps during his college career. Stuart Mitchell, 2 for 7 so far. First and 10 for Denver. Mitchell going deep to Mullen. He's got his man deep, but the pass is too long. Defending was Nate Greer, a former Iowa Hawkeye, on this speedster, Gary Mullen from West Virginia.
That's a perfect picture right there of what we talked about in the up front of the show, right? One-on-one, man-on-man, the guy tried to beat him. Nate Greer played in 4 bowl games. The Rose Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Freedom Bowl for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Number 29, Nate Greer.
Stuart Mitchell trying to find the key that unlocks things. He's missed 5 passes in a row and is 2 for 8 in the game. Denver, second down and 10. Incomplete. Well over the head of number 40, and that's Steve Trimble from Maryland. And it becomes third down. I would not be surprised to see Denver coach Tim Markham make a change and give Marty Morningweg a try. Marty has not taken a snap from center in 2 games.
I'm not so sure he'll do it this easy because he might break this kid's confidence. But right now, Mitchell is just throwing the ball off his back foot and not following through. Once he gets that taken care of, he'll be fine.
Throwing. Complete. Trimble. And a touchdown-saving tackle made on the near sideline. The tackle was made by Rick Dupree on Steve Trimble. 3 seconds to 1 second. That's the end of the first quarter here at the Capitol Center in Landover. With the score, the Washington Commandos 17 and the Denver Dynamite 7. Breaking the huddle and quarterback Stuart Mitchell coming up to the line of scrimmage. First down and 10 for Denver. The ball at the Washington 23. Inside handoff, and Washington right there. Trimble got the handoff, and Mike Whittick, the defensive end, was right there to bring him down. Last night, the Pittsburgh Gladiators went to 2-0 as they bombed Chicago 60-23. And we will be in Pittsburgh on Thursday night to start your 4th of July holiday weekend with some fireworks of our own. We'll be in Pittsburgh for the game beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Here's a throw that goes right into the seats beyond the Washington bench. One thing, if you're an arena football fan, you got to be on your toes at all times.
You can't be looking for the hot dog, man. That would hit the guy right in the side of the head. That's one of the things about this game that's intriguing to most of the fans. They've never been this close to football as they are right now.
Third down and 13. Gary Mullen wide to the right side. Mitchell back to pass. Throwing. Incomplete. And again, way long for Gary Mullen. Laszlo Mickemeyer will be coming in. Quarterback Stuart Mitchell with sort of a dejected look on his face as he comes to the sideline.
It looks like the strategy of the Washington team is to put more pressure on Mitchell this week than any other time.
The ball spotted at the 20. I beg your pardon. Make that the 18-yard line. So this is a 40-yard attempt for Laszlo Mickemeyer. The kick. No good. Off the net, playable. And it will be down in the end zone for touchback. Oslo has missed on a couple field goal attempts. And Washington takes over 1st and 10 when we come back.
This is where Michael Jordan kept practicing his jump shot when he didn't make varsity.
2 touchdowns in 3 minutes to start this game and enjoying a 17-7 advantage. They've got it 1st and 10. There's a bobbled snap, and the fullback Brett Wilson picks it up, and he gains some yards. He moves it out to the 7. Brett Wilson in at fullback. He played at Illinois, and he was a Rose Bowl participant.
Also a great special teams player there for Illinois, Mike White. The quarterback missed that one that time because his fingers got wide. In other words, the ball went right through his hands and hit him almost in the chest. There's Bob Harrison, a football coach. I tell you what, the greatest player I ever coached was Tom Jackson, and that man, Bob Harrison, coached him in high school in Cleveland.
2nd down, 7. Pressure coming from DeVita. Back to pass, Ingold going deep for Taylor. He's got it. Inside the 10 at the 7. Lenny Taylor with the catch. A juggling act, but tremendous results for Washington. 35-yard reception.
Watch the pass protection in here. DeVita tries to rush the passer, but number 67, Rolk, gets good position, pops him one underneath the jaw, gives him another one just in case. And there's a great catch, but look at this. He's calling pass interference. Friday did, but I think it was a good play.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Ingold looking, firing. Touchdown, Taylor. The 3rd touchdown pass tonight for Rich Ingold of Washington. Lenny Taylor making the grab. A 7-yard pass play. Ingold is red hot. 6 out of 7, 84 yards and 3 touchdowns. And now Dale Castro comes on to try the PAT. 11:14 to play in the 1st half, and Washington leading 23-7. And Castro's kick finds its way into the seats. It is good. Time out on the field. 11:14 to go in the quarter. Denver trailing. Here's the kick. This one off the nets. No, missed the nets. Goes out of the end zone and a touchback. Rich Ingold's having a whale of a game. 6 out of 7 in the air. His 3rd touchdown pass.
He hits Taylor right here. It was man-for-man coverage on number 40, Trimble. The reason why that play was so successful is Walter Holman blocked the defensive end and knocked him down and allowed the quarterback to see that play. You don't see that very often in this league, but great blocking by Holman was the secret to that play.
Larry Friday of Denver appears to have an injured arm, and he's walking off to the dressing room. Trimble comes in motion. Back to pass. Goes Mitchell, floating it long, and incomplete. Downfield, Darrell Taylor, number 42. But again, Mitchell is missing long.
Okay, and he's missing long for one reason. He's not putting enough arc on the ball. In other words, he's trying to drill it in there too tight. Let it hang out there and let Taylor, who's got good speed, run underneath the ball. You know, this happens a lot of times when a quarterback has a great game. Sometimes it goes to his head. You better watch out.
Mitchell is 3 for 13. He's missed his last 4 passes. 2nd down and 10. Pump fake. Incomplete and wide open. Chris Brewer on the left side, and he's hot. It's 3rd and 10.
On this replay, you'll see what's the problem with Stuart Mitchell right now. He's letting the pass rush of this crowd intimidate him. Now, you'll see number 31, Stubbs, come in there, and number 68, Walton, gets in his face and makes him throw the ball down. He's got to just relax a little bit. It's a long night.
Denver 1 for 4 on third down conversions. Rel got back. Here comes the pitch. Up the sideline and out of bounds is Chris Brewer. We'll see where they mark it. It is enough for Denver first down. The officials say that Brewer went out of bounds over the 15 at the 16-yard line. So Denver has it there, 1st and 10.
I want to give Coach Markham a lot of credit here. Now watch, he'll fake a little reverse and come inside. He runs an option play. A lot of times when you've got a quarterback that's not having a good day throwing the ball, you run with him until he relaxes a little bit. He'll be all right.
9 minutes to go, second quarter. Mitchell to pass, complete, right side, and it is Brewer. And he is out of bounds and into the boards on the far side. Over the 20 to the 23. Pete Stubbs made the tackle. Larry Friday, we are told, has a compound fracture on a finger on his right hand, or his thumb, we're told now. And he has been lost to the Denver Dynamite. 24-7, Washington leading. Denver with it. 2nd and 4. Mitchell, plenty of time this time, unloads, and a tremendous defensive play by Rick Dupree. Dupree coming from behind to knock that pass away. He was a tailback and a walk-on for the Washington Huskies and doing a fine job in the defensive secondary for Washington.
And he's only 5'7", and there's another example of great arena play because he was the same gentleman who made that great catch in the end zone for a touchdown. He plays both ways.
Trimble in motion. Mitchell looking, throwing, Trimble, incomplete. And another good hit applied. You can see by that shot how tight it is from the sideline to those protective barriers.
Boy, what a shot on Rick Moats from Austin Peay. 5'8", 167 pounds. Watch him come flying through the air. Wow, boom. He hits the guy, knocks him down. Number 40, Trimble never had a chance on that. That was a terrific play on Rick Moats' part.
4th down and 3 yards to go for Denver. 7 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Loose ball. Out of bounds. And they're saying incomplete pass.
That's a 4th down. The 4th down fumble. 4th down fumble, Coach. 4th down fumble. Mark it down here. Here. It's a 4th down fumble anyway.
4th down fumble by the quarterback. Only he can advance.
And everybody's yelling about this play, but what happens, the quarterback's going to run that option play now. But as he runs the option play, he loses the football right here because Walton, number 68, makes a great play. Remember, on 4th down in all of football, only the man who is running the football can continue to advance it. The reason that play is in there because Dave Casper and Kenny Stabler had a 17 or 20 play fumble and won a ball game for the Oakland Raiders one time. That's why that rule's in there.
So Washington takes over. 1st down and 10 from the Denver 23. Ingold, quick pitch in the backfield. Brett Wilson down the sideline. Keeps turning. Plows into Woody Cotman. And a good gain for Brett Wilson. 26 years old, out of Illinois. Our Arena football lineup coming up this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be in Pittsburgh for the Chicago-Pittsburgh game, and then we'll follow Pittsburgh to Denver on Saturday, July the 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Arena football championship game, Saturday, August the 1st at 9 Eastern Time, all live right here on ESPN. 2nd and 4 for Washington on the Denver 17. Ingold, complete. Wilson, penalty flag flying. As Wilson is pushed out of bounds near the 10-yard line. 4 Washington Commandos have played in the Rose Bowl. Wilson did it for Illinois. Relk and Greer for Iowa. Dupree for Washington. take another look at this swing pass out to Wilson.
Now watch Creer, number 29, come down the field. He's stalking the man. He's getting good position. He's staying after the guy, and he tries to make a block on him. Now the reason why that penalty was there is there was a lineman down the field when the ball was thrown. You can not have a lineman down the field if you throw the ball across the line of scrimmage, and that's why that penalty was there.
Offensive interference called against Washington. So back it up. 3rd down and 9 now. Ingalls looking. Gets away from Chuck Harris. Throws. Incomplete. Defending number 40, Steve Trimble.
Now from the end zone, you're going to watch an excellent play by Steve Trimble, number 40 from Maryland. Now, DeVita puts some pressure on the quarterback, but now there's a terrific play. He ran over with his left hand and knocked it down. An excellent defensive play by Steve Trimble from Maryland.
I asked Steve before the game, did he have more people on the pass list tonight than that man, Dale Castro? He said, no, I think Dale's got a few more. Both former Terps. Castro in, kicking from the 19-yard line, a 39-yard field goal attempt. Nearly blocked, but the kick is good. A penalty flag goes down as Woody Cotman came rushing in. The kick by Castro is good. The penalty appears to go against Denver.
What they might have called there, Bob, is roughing the holder.
Roughing it. Right. That one. Roughing, right?
Dale Castro on the Washington sideline. The reason we are told now the kick was no good is we'll see it here from Castro.
Keep your eye on number 9, Rich Ingo, right there. You can't quite see him, but he gets roughed up, and that's an automatic first down for the Washington Ball Club.
Now, the ball was wide, as you could see there. It was really tough to see as it went over the nets on the left side, but the kick was no good. But the penalty keeps Washington's drive alive. They have it 1st down and 10 from the 15, so the Commandos are none the worse for wear. Ingalls. All day to throw the football. Great coverage in the secondary by Denver. Now they loft it incomplete near the goal line. And the intended receiver, Dwayne Dixon, number 98. Cotman ran a long ways east and west to keep up with Dixon.
And you won't believe it or not, but there's the first wave in the history of arena ball going around the sideline right there. And that was an excellent play by Woody Cotman because he stayed with his man long enough that he could really make a good play on defense.
3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Washington leading Denver 24-7. Ingold is running. Throwing. Batted down by DeVita. Rob DeVita, who's the defensive specialist for Denver, knocking down that pass, and I think Lee kicking himself just a little bit. He was thinking he might have been able to pick it off.
Yeah, I tell you what, but that play was caused by Chuck Harris, 6'3", 255 from West Virginia. Where DeVita right there, number 32, got a chance to intercept it because there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback, number 60.
The Commandos come up 3rd down and 10 yards to go. They are 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions in this game. They lead it 24-7. Ingold, straight drop, fires, incomplete, nearly intercepted by Woody Cotman, number 21 for Denver.
You know, Woody Cotman has made 2 excellent plays in the secondary there. Emporia stayed 5'10", 170, but he's made 2 excellent plays because of his athletic ability. Playing his man and then diving across there. Got a nice gold tooth there, too, huh?
Oh, yeah. From Killian High School in Miami. Played for the Hornets. As you mentioned, Lee, at Emporia State, NAIA school. So Castro is in. He's going to try another kick. This from the 22-yard line. A 39-yard attempt. No good off the net's playable. Live ball. Washington picks it up. Penalty flags go down. Nate Freer picked it up. And a flag on the play.
This could be interference.
29 on the kicking team. Broke the barrier rule. 3-yard penalty and a first down.
I'll try to interpret that with you. What that meant, that he broke the barrier, meant that he got too close to that man and didn't give him a 5-yard cushion to catch the ball. And that's what Harrison's talking to him about right now.
That is when it comes off the net.
That's
Once
right.
it hits the ground, it's a live ball and anybody can get it.
See, Bob Harrison is explaining that to the quarterback right now when he wants offensively. That's an excellent quarterback coach, Bob Harrison.
Underneath it. I had a
Early.
But I come off it. I didn't see it, so I come off it.
All right.
Denver. And a new quarterback. Marty Morningweg is in. Quarterback at Montana. He's in there now for Denver. Penalty flags. And the player to the left, and Taylor's got it, but the Commandos defense is there as well. Holman leading the charge, number 30. So Marty Morningweg in for Stuart Mitchell. This is the first action that he has seen. Mitchell went all the way in Chicago last week. Marty now a graduate assistant coach at Texas El Paso. He'll go back to that job in the fall, playing arena football here in the summer. A big prep star in San Jose, California at Oak Grove High School. And starring at Montana. He was all Big Sky in 82, 83, and 84. In now at quarterback for Denver. The time remaining in the first half. Morningweg complete to Trimble. Trimble teamed on the tackle as he gets to the 19. Rick Dupree, number 28, leading the charge. Trimble makes another reception. One of the finer all-around players in arena football.
There's Tim Markins telling the guys to get up in a huddle and start moving faster because they're about to run out of time.
With a 1-minute warning. Washington has 3 timeouts left. Denver has 3 timeouts left. Let's go.
And the announcement for the 1-minute warning. It is not a timeout. Just a stoppage of play to tell the teams how many timeouts they have remaining. They reset in place. Now the clock will stop as in outdoor football with incomplete passes and out of bounds, etc. Clock begins. Morningweg going deep in the end zone to Taylor. Incomplete. It went off the fingertips of 22 Rex Moats for Washington, then nearly fell into the hands of Darrell Taylor for the touchdown.
It's a perfect replay on man-on-man coverage, and the tough thing, watch, there's a lot of area back there, like we talked at the top of the show, but watch number 22 Moats go very, very high, almost get it. Number 42 Darrell Taylor almost gets it for him. That was an outstanding play on both of those players' part.
Washington 24, Denver 7. 53 seconds left to go in the first half. Morningweg out to the near side, and Brewer. And he's out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 22. So the clock stops with 45 seconds to go in the half.
That's an interesting play. What they try to do there is throw a little delayed play to Chris Brewer, let him get as much yardage as he could, and then get out of bounds and stop the clock. Good call.
Marty Morningweg, 5'10", 185 pounds, is 24 years old. 3 receivers to the right. Morningweg looking. He's got Trimble, and Trimble taken down at the 11-yard line. The tackle made by Rick Dupree, and Denver uses one of its 3 timeouts here in the first half, stopping the clock with 34 seconds left. Denver will have it 1st and 10 when we come back. The 2 Denver quarterbacks are 7 for 21 in this game. Morningweg sacked at the 16. Timeout Denver. Marty Morningweg coming to the sidelines to talk to his head coach Tim Markham instead. 29 seconds remaining in the first half. Washington leads Denver.
Is that a party? Was that the end?
Commandos leading 24-7.
One guy that has been missing so far from the ball game has been number 1 Gary Mullen. keep your eye on him. He's a big play man and can come up with a touchdown.
Mullen wide to the right side. Number 1 in the white jersey. Morningway looking. Gets outside. Beautiful cut inside the 10 and to the 7-yard line. And Denver takes a timeout with 19 seconds to go in the half. Mike Whittick came up and made the tackle. But Morningweg showing a couple of shifty moves as he eluded a couple of would-be tacklers.
What he's doing, he's put a little spark in the ball club. You know, in a situation with Stuart Mitchell like he did, he didn't have a good game so far, so the coach made a good move. Now, Bob Harrison, the coach there, is working on the defense.
Okay. They have no timeouts remaining.
I'll talk to you about it later.
Now let's listen in with Denver head coach Tim Markham as he talks to his quarterback,
We got another
Morningweg.
down, so you can't take the sack, okay? If you take the sack, get them on the line and ready to run the last one. Call 2 plays, coach.
Throw the ball away. Don't throw it over out there.
If you throw it away, don't put it off the net.
Now, the gentleman on the right is Tim Rosley. He's the quarterback coach. He's talking to Morningweg now. The gentleman on your left is Vincent White, the other quarterback.
Now they've got to get Trimble and the Taylor set. Now Taylor comes in motion. Morningweg throws incomplete. Looking for Trimble in the end zone, and there to defend, number 22, Rex Mose. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 15 seconds left in the half, but now it is 4.
Like Saturday afternoon in the park.
Morningweg. Pressure. Gets away. Now he's sacked. Back at the 17. And the Commandos with the defensive stand in Arena Bowl. Wes Walton with the tackle. And the quarterback, Marty Morningweg, holding his left knee. 3 sacks on Denver in the first half. Rich Ingold going to one knee. The fans are booing. They want some more action here. That will be the last play of the first half. But their Washington Commandos gave them a lot to cheer about in the first half of play. With the Commandos taking a 24-7 lead into the locker room here at halftime at the Capitol Center in Landover. The Commandos gets away, now tackled at the 7-yard line. Darrell Taylor bringing it 7 yards deep in the end zone and out to the 7-yard line. So back into the ball game at quarterback is Stuart Mitchell for Denver. He was the starter, faltered. Morningweg came in, was injured, and now Mitchell back in. He is 4 for 17 in the air, 461 yards. 1st and 10 Denver. See the play selection. This is an aerial game to be sure. Quickly, and I believe that Gary Mullen heard the footsteps.
Absolutely. I tell you what, the difference between the Washington defense and the defense that Chicago played against Mitchell is the fact that they're taking an all-out blitz and they're just going after. They're trying to intimidate Mitchell, and that was a good call because it was a short, precise pass, completed, get your confidence up, move down the field. Don't try to catch him at one time. Just move the ball down nicely.
I want to ask you about the blitz when we get a chance here. Washington in there with a 4-man line. Handoff goes nowhere. They're going to say the man was down. Chris Brewer was down, although the Washington man has the football. Holman, number 30, fell on it, but it was blown dead at the 6-yard line for a loss on the play. When you blitz Lee defensively, play after play after play, what adjustments can the offense make to give the quarterback a little more time?
One thing, they've got to throw the ball on quicker passes before they can get to the quarterback. And number 2, they've got to change their blocking from man for man on the line of scrimmage to zone. Everybody block an area, don't block a man.
Washington again with a 4-man line. Here comes Stubbs. Picked up, thrown, incomplete at the 20-yard line. Trimble, the intended receiver. And we could see again that Peter Stubbs, the linebacker, the defensive specialist, making life miserable in there for the quarterback, Stuart Mitchell.
Well, the reason he's making life miserable for him is the fullback's not blocking him. The fullback, number 34, Rich Prater, is supposed to block that guy, and he just lets him go. Now, Stubbs is strong, 6 foot 210 from Duke. They're putting the pressure on the quarterback, Mitchell, because they don't think they can stop him in any other way.
It is 4th down, and now Laszlo Mickemeyer will be kicking a field goal from his own end zone. You don't see this every day. This is arena football, and a bad snap. Mitchell throwing, complete to a wide open Steve Trimble, and they've got the first down, and they've got a touchdown. Unbelievable. This is what makes arena football the most bizarre game that's come down the pike in a long time. You've got a field goal attempt from your own end zone, a fumbled ball in the end zone. The quarterback throws it to a wide open receiver who goes the length of the field for a touchdown.
They practice that play at least 5 minutes a day, every day to make it work. But Mitchell kept his cool, did not panic, found the open man, and stroked it to him. A nice play.
Mitchell to Trimble, a 44-yard touchdown pass.
Let me tell you, that might put Mitchell back into this ball game mentally, too.
Now, Laszlo Mickemeyer to kick the point after out of the Mitchell hole, and the kick is good. 12 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, and an unbelievable twist of events at the Capitol Center. Washington's lead is 10. With the kickoff. It's Dupree, 6 yards deep in his own end zone. 15, a seam opens, and he gets it up to the 21-yard line. Here's that touchdown play for Denver just a moment ago. Mickemeyer kicking from his end zone.
It's a bad snap. Mitchell picks the ball up. He can throw it now. He keeps it cool. He finds Mitchell wide open. But as he breaks back, watch the block right here on 42 by Terrell Taylor, who lets Trimble, number 40, go all the way. The guy that made that play, number 1, was Mitchell's being cool. Number 2, he threw the ball to Trimble, number 40. But Darrell Taylor, number 44, made the block to allow him to go all the way. Trimble right there from Maryland, and a touchdown.
A homecoming for Steve, and he celebrated with a nice jump and spike in the end zone. 24-14 Washington, 3rd quarter. 11:50 remaining. Now the Commandos have it. 1st down and 10 from their own 9-yard line. There was a penalty. Here's Ingold throwing down the middle. It's complete. Penalty flags go down as Lenny Taylor made the catch. Pass interference is the call, but which way will it go? That's the decision to be made.
Number 4. Intentional? Oh, wait a minute. What do you got there? Defensive pass interference, but the pass is completed. 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the Denver 12.
On this replay, you'll see Ingold throw a long pass, and Lenny Taylor makes the play. Now, Trimble is beaten deep. Now, you know why? He just made that long run on offense, had to come out and play defense. That's why they beat him.
Pitch. Holman, touchdown, Washington. Walter Holman took the pitch and scored a rushing touchdown, the first of the game. And the Commandos get the touchdown right back. It is 30-14, and Dale Castro in to try the conversion. Rich Ingold is the holder. Castro trying to add his 4th, and that one is blocked. Woody Kottman, who roughed the kicker earlier in the game, this time gets through and blocks the point after touchdown. 11-12 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Washington 30 and Denver 14. First the kickoff here, then we'll get to the telescope.
You know, this telescope.
You're so excited about that telescope.
Boy, I tell you, no wonder John Madden likes it so much.
Here's the kick by Castro, and this one is going to be fielded by Darrell Taylor, and he runs it out and gets it out to the 10-yard line, and they'll mark it at the 11, and Denver has it 1st and 10.
Okay, I get to do it again. Now watch this play. Here's Ingold, the quarterback. Holman, the tailback. As he comes down the line of scrimmage, it's a down-the-line option. This man will take him. He'll pitch the ball to Holman. He'll come. The pursuit from the defense comes that way. He breaks past it. Touchdown. There we go. Watch it. Down the line, pitches. Now watch him cut back past the pursuit. Touchdown, Holman. He's a fine-looking runner.
That he is. 28 years old out of West Virginia State. Here comes Chris Brewer. And right into the boards. Chris Brewer earning the yardage.
Boy, listen to this play.
Well, that is some sandwich.
I'm telling you what, they didn't see that one in the National Football League recently.
2nd and 7. Denver. Mitchell back to pass. Escapes the route. Pressure. Throws. Incomplete at the 5. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Washington leading 30-14. Stuart Mitchell last week ran for 2 touchdowns and passed for 6. I like it. Football indeed. Arena football. And it is 3rd down for Denver from the 14-yard line. Trimble in motion. Loops it out to Brewer. Shy of the 1st down. Up to the 17, and the defensive specialist, Pete Stubbs at middle linebacker with yet another tackle.
They tried a little screen play that way, but the screens don't work in this league very well because Pete Stubbs had Chris Brewer, number 26, man-to-man. So 31 just went over and tackled him. He's from DeMatha High School, right near here, a great football and basketball high school.
Laszlo Mickemeyer will attempt the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Mickemeyer 0 for 2 in the game. The kick is short, out of the end zone, and a touchback. 8:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Commandos have it 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Coming up on Thursday night, we'll be in Pittsburgh as the 2-0 Pittsburgh Gladiators take on the Chicago Bruisers. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on ESPN from the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Bob Harrison, the head coach in the NFL,
When he
was
gets
the
tired,
assistant
now that's
coach
when
of
he
the
doesn't
Atlanta
stop
Falcons
it
from
too
83 to
tough now.
86.
They might not get some rest for Dupree, too, Coach. Well, early in the 3rd quarter.
His quarterback, Rich Ingold, from his own end zone. Incomplete. And Walter Holman, the fullback, is slow in getting to his feet.
Walter Holman, to me, although you haven't seen much of it, is the most valuable player in this ball game because of his blocking. He's the guy that's allowing Ingold to throw the ball so well. Boy, he made a good block in that case. He's a tough football player. 5'10", 213 pounds. Very, very aggressive.
Man, we got a chance to take this thing away if we'll just do it. If we'll just step up and do the thing, that's all.
Tim Markham, the Denver head coach. 2nd and 10. Complete to Dixon. Near side. They'll mark it at the 11-yard line, where it becomes 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
What the coach was talking about that time on the sideline is stepping up and come and go and get means you got to be more aggressive. You can't sit there and wait for things to happen. You got to force things to happen when you're down 30-14.
You know, you mentioned, Lee, on the touchdown pass, the busted play and the field goal attempt, that might spark Denver, but Washington came right back to score, and they're going to work again. Here's a completion out to Rick Dupree, right in front of the Washington bench. Cotman ran him out of bounds.
The reason Washington is moving the football is they can protect the passer better than Denver has. And it's the fullback position because of all those blitzes that are cutting down. That time, Wilson, 6 foot, 220 pounds from Illinois, did a great job of kicking the defensive end down, and quarterback had time to throw it.
Bottom of your screen, 28, Rick Dupree. 98, Dwayne Dixon in the ballgame. 95, Lenny Taylor in motion. Pitch, fullback, Brett Wilson. Knocked forward to the 22. 6 minutes remaining in a running third quarter clock from the Capitol Center in Landover. The Commandos 30 and Denver 14. This was Washington's first home game and a big crowd here at Landover tonight.
No pass rush. No pass rush. Come on, let's go. Get up that field.
Second down and 7. Ingold with time, complete to Dixon, and he's out of bounds over the midfield stripe, which is the 25-yard line, and into Denver territory at the 24.
Dixon's from Florida, 6'2", 203 pounds. He caught 11 passes last week for 135 yards.
Second in arena football in receiving after that performance in Pittsburgh. He's a Florida Gator, 24 years old, wide receiver in the SEC. Here comes the pressure. DeVita picked off at the line down to the end zone, incomplete. And a penalty flag goes down, and that's going to be, I believe, offensive interference on Dixon. We'll see.
21.
Nope.
Pass interference. 21 on defense. 8-yard penalty and a first down.
It is on the defense, and it's going to be on Cotman. First down and 10 for Washington.
Well, I beg to differ with him. It looked to me it was number 40, Trimble, back there. Poor Cotman was over on the sideline talking to the coach. And they called it on him. Well, that's okay, Mr. Cotman. Wasn't on your son. It was on Mr. Trimble, number 40.
First down and 10 for Washington. Going in motion is Taylor. They finally get to the quarterback. It's incomplete. And now they're in the grasp, they're saying. So Ingold is down at the 24-yard line. We mentioned the big crowd here at the Capitol Center in Landover. And we've just been handed a note that tells us the attendance tonight, 13,587. The biggest crowd yet in 2 weeks for arena football. They had 12,117 at Pittsburgh for the opener. And Washington putting 13,587 in the Cap Center tonight. It is second down. And about 19 yards to go for Washington from midfield. Ingold. Complete. Lenny Taylor making the catch. We'll take another look.
Ingold throws the ball. Lenny Taylor makes a good play, but watch the official if you can see it right here. The official gets right about now. Boom. And there goes the official. Ooh. I hope the official's all right, but as soon as he touched his hands on the board, he's out of bounds. And that's why the official moved it back. But thank goodness the official is up, ready to go. It's a dangerous sport, arena. Guy got hit in the head over there getting a hot dog. Remember?
That's
that
right.
row number 2.
It. Third down for Washington. Rex Moats comes in motion. Ingold tries to run, and right on his back is Chuck Harris, number 60.
That official that got hurt was Ed Manning, the field judge. But he's all right, so if his wife's watching the ball game, he looks like he's in good shape. Former United States Football League official, and an excellent one at that.
3:15 to play in the third quarter. Washington leading Denver 30-14. Now on fourth down, Dale Castro comes in. And you see how many points he's produced via the kick. This will be a 29-yard attempt. Blocked by Cotman. Washington back to cover, and Ingold falls on the ball back at the 7, and that may be the break Denver needs to ignite the offense. Second time that Woody Cotman has blocked a kick tonight. There's a timeout on the floor. 2:49 left to play in the third quarter with Washington leading Denver. The kick is no good. And on PATs, kicks that hit the net are dead ball immediately.
On this low angle replay, you're going to see an excellent play by Stuart Mitchell, but he gets in front of Mike Wittig, number 45, and he drives himself forward. Now, the reason why that play works so well is because that kid is a good runner. Stuart Mitchell's 6'3", 205, and he put his head down. And remember I said before that if a quarterback's having a bad night throwing the football, give him some other ways to beat the other team. And that was a perfect play by the coach. He ran it in for a touchdown.
Washington 30, Denver 20, and kicks continue to be a problem for Denver. Their replacement, Laszlo Mickemeyer, has had his problems. The deep man for Washington is Rick Dupree. And kicking off, Laszlo Mickemeyer, kicked collegiately for the College of William and Mary down in Williamsburg, Virginia. End over end. And it comes Dupree out of the end zone at the 5, 10, and gets it out to the 14-yard line. Budweiser keeps the action going. Budweiser, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Laszlo Mickemeyer coming off in his first game as the new Denver kicker. Just missed a point after touchdown. Mickemeyer has added 1 PATs, missed a couple of field goal tries. A minute 30 left to play in the third quarter. Washington ball, fumble snap, Ingold recovers.
You know why that happened? I'll tell you why that happened, because they brought a new center in that time. Sean McInerney came in for the other regular center, and they didn't take a practice snap on the sideline, and that happens almost every time you bring a new center in.
Sean McInerney, number 62, 6'3", 255. He played collegiately at Frostburg State and was an all-stater here in Maryland at Rockville for 2 years. Ingold, complete and out of bounds on the far side. Number 98, Dwayne Dixon, making the reception.
Dixon's got nice size, nice speed, but that time was perfect concentration. He looked that ball right into his hands, caught it, tucked it, and got out of bounds. Now, here's a third down and short yardage. Maybe they'll run one. What do you think?
I think they're going in the air. I think they're going to put it up here, Coach.
They're going to run it. Quarterback sneak.
Washington 1 for 4, as I mentioned, the pass play, and it is going to be incomplete. Juggled it out of bounds. Did 95 Lenny Taylor. Good pass play.
Well, I know. You know what every fan is saying? I told you should have run a quarterback sneak.
That's the end of the third quarter. Washington leads Denver by 10. Capitol Center, Landover, Maryland. ESPN's Arena Football. Washington leading Denver 30-20. As we come back to the action, Washington has a 4th down play. So Dale Castro is into the game to try a field goal from his own 15. This makes it a 43-yard field goal attempt. They're going to fake it. Castro with a good block. Ingold dives for it, and he's got the first down. At the 25-yard line, the midfield strike. That keeps the drive alive for Washington.
Can you believe that 89 actually is going to block somebody? Watch, he makes a fake, and in goes Ingold. He gets it away. A guy, Smith knocks him over, but Ingold goes for it. Now watch the competitiveness of number 9. Now watch, keep your eye on number 9 right there, and watch him. He knows where that first down is, and brother, nobody's going to stop him. What a great competitive play by Rich Ingold.
Rich was an ECAC Player of the Year, Division II football at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. An injured player, and that is Rick Dupree for Washington.
That was a big gamble by Bob Harrison, but it paid off because it kept the momentum. That's what I was worried about, him going for that pass and not making it, or the momentum would turn around real quick, and Denver would have been right back in this ball game.
It is 30-20 Washington. 14:35 to play in the game. Complete. Dixon. Gang tackle. And the whistle blows the play dead at the 17-yard line of Denver. Some hard hitting here at the Capitol Center. One of the trademarks of arena football. Let's listen here on this pass play.
This is what they call a sound replay.
I like it up here in the booth. Second down. Ingold looking. Plenty of time. Throws. Too long. Incomplete. The intended receiver, Lenny Taylor. And defending was Chris Brewer. You've got to hand it to the Washington line. Lee, offensively, they protected the quarterback. Defensively, they put tremendous pressure on Denver.
That's the difference between this ball game and the one they watched Denver played. Denver had a better offensive and defensive line than Chicago, and that's why they won the game. Most of the games are won with the best teams, with the teams with the best offensive and defensive linemen.
Third down and movement. Penalty flags fly. (30-20). Washington leading.
Illegal motion in the offense. Right. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
The penalty declined by Tim Markham, the Denver coach. That sets up fourth down. And Washington will be going for it here. Now they take a timeout. ESPN. And our preseason lineup looks like this. Some great matchups in the preseason. Chicago and Miami, the Rams and Chargers, Raiders and Cowboys, Vikings and Broncos. Plus 8 regular season games in the Pro Bowl. It all begins August the 16th right here on ESPN. 12:59 to go here at the Cap Center. And Ingold is back to pass. Hit as he throws. Complete. 1st and 10 Washington. The catch made by Lenny Taylor. At the timeout, the quarterback, Rich Ingold, went to Bob Harrison on the bench. Bob asked him what play'd like to run. He said, let's pop it to Lenny Taylor.
Taylor is quicker than any of the defensive backs from the Denver team, and that's why he's getting open. But again, the pass protection gave Ingold an opportunity to spot the receiver and throw it straight.
So it's Washington now. 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Man in motion is Rex Moats. Here comes to Walter Holman, who's back in the game. And Walter gains a couple of yards down to the 8. Rich Prather, fullback and linebacker for Denver, credited with the tackle. Second down and goal.
They like that option play down here because it gives them a chance for the quarterback to go down the line of scrimmage and either run it in himself or pitch it off to Holman.
Ingold to the end zone. Incomplete. Lenny Taylor, the intended receiver. Prather, number 34, was there. And Lee, one of the aspects here, as you run to the sideline, that wall, that barrier comes into play. You got to hit the brakes.
You know what you got to do? You got to tell that quarterback, don't lead me too far. In that case, he hit him right in the shoulder pad. Lenny Taylor should have had that. Chris Brewer, number 26, had good coverage on him, but Ingold still hit him right in there, right in the hands. He should have had that play. No question about that one.
Now 3rd and goal. Washington 1 for 6 in 3rd down conversions. Denver with pressure. DeVita is in there, and he trips up the quarterback. Rob DeVita, the linebacker, who is the defensive specialist in for the quarterback, snuck up to the line of scrimmage, timed the snap, and made the hit on the quarterback.
Watch Rob DeVita, 32. He beat the lineman because of the fact that he took a calculated risk, and the quarterback had been going on the same snap count all the time. And what he did is he timed it and made a great play. They need to do that more if they're going to get back in this ball game, because Ingo could kill them if they don't put pressure on them.
This is a 27-yard field goal attempt for Dale Castro. From the 19-yard line, the kick is good. Right straight through the uprights. 10:23 to play in the game. Dale Castro with a field goal, and Washington leads by 13. This one from 27 yards out. He hit a 50-yarder earlier. And now the Washington Commandos lead Denver 33-20 with 10:23 to play in the fourth quarter. Darrell Taylor is the deep man for Denver. And Castro is booted away. End over end, that sails into the seats. And that will bring the football out to, they mark it out of bounds at the 12, so they'll put the ball out to the 15-yard line.
Isn't that the greatest chant you've ever heard? Keep it, keep it. That's what they yell when they kick the ball into the stands.
Kickoff out of bounds. The penalty from where the ball went out, then the 3 yards. So that brings it out to the 15, where Denver has it first down and 10. The clock continues to roll at 10 minutes remaining. Mitchell to Mullen. And he's out of bounds. We have not heard a lot from Gary Mullen in this game. Let's check in with Tim Markham, the Denver head coach.
You know, that's the only time he hasn't said anything in the entire game. And he gets his chance on national television, he hasn't said a word.
Think we ought to get DeVita in there at R for a while?
The R is the tight end position. Mitchell to Mullen again on the other side. Inside the 20 at the Washington 18. Now Mr. Mullen making his presence felt in the offense.
What they're doing is they're playing Greer, number 29, too soft. In other words, he's giving him too much territory, and they're just going down and curl hooking and hitting him before they can get up there. That's one of the ways you stop the blitz. You throw quick passes. Remember, I told you that before they can get to you. That's what they're doing right now.
First and 10 for Denver. Mitchell pump fakes, has daylight, runs it 15 down to the 14-yard line. .8:37 to play here at the Capitol Center in Landover. Arena football on ESPN. Denver with the white jerseys and gold pants leading, trailing in this game by 13, 33-20. Clock moving. 8:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Washington has led from the outset. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first 3 minutes of the quarter to open the game, and they have not been headed. Denver trying to put another rally together as they did last week with Chicago. And now Denver taking a timeout.
Throw up.
Stuart Mitchell appears to be ill, and we'll be back.
I can go, coach.
Can you play
quarterback? Is Gary Mullen. Now Mitchell is back. Well, there was a moment there that Tim Markham was asking Mullen if he could quarterback.
He said, I'll get it. He'll throw it and catch it too.
And Mitchell's going to try it. His numbers to date. Handoff. Brewer gets away. Loose ball. Out of bounds. Denver maintains possession. A penalty flag was dropped at the 3-yard line.
Boy,
no foul on the play. There's no illegal chuck. Pick up the flag. First down.
They'll pick up the flag.
Third down. It'll be third down.
Third down for Denver.
Boy, you got to keep your eye on number 67 in the red jerseys, Hal. Rowe. Watch this hit. Wow. Does he hit him? He knocks it 16 yards out of bounds. It hits the fence. First down. Denver. What a hit by that kid from Iowa.
Third down. Third down and a yard to go.
What do you think, Coach?
This is a pass.
Quarterback sneak.
Keep my streak alive.
All right.
He didn't make it.
Sure he did.
They marked that ball at the 10. The sticks indicate he has to get to the 9-yard line. It's 4th down.
Let me tell you something. I told you he should have passed this ball. All right, the quarterback tries to get across. Mitchell does. And I tell you what, the guy pulled him back. I can't get this guy's
45.
number. 45.
Mark Whittick.
Whittick grabbed a hold of his leg and pulled him back. What do you think? Another quarterback sneak?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Mitchell keeps it stacked up.
Ah, he made it.
It's going to be close. They'll have to measure. The fans, if Washington is held, it's a standing ovation at the Cap Center in Landover. Washington football. Twice the Commandos have held on 4th down. Once in the first half and here in the 4th quarter with 6:55 to play.
And Tim Markham is all over Ed Manning, the official, for that spot.
Ingold back to pass, throwing. It's complete over to Lenny Taylor. And he goes down beyond the 15 to the 16-yard line. The Commandos leading at 33-20. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game.
There's plenty of time left because in arena football you can score so quick because of that man-for-man defense. If you were playing a normal football game right now, you'd play in a zone prevent, take them, try to get the ball away from them. Chicago would eventually. Washington.
Complete, and a nice stick as Dixon makes the catch. The tackle made by 42 Darrell Taylor. Nice grab by Dixon and a nice hit by Taylor.
Excellent play. Ingo throws the ball quickly. You watch him. He drives it 3 steps down. It's a timing cut. Dixon catches it. Taylor makes a good break, but you notice that nice form tackle with he got his butt nice and low, his head up, shoulder into him. That was a good-looking fundamental tackle right there.
Wayne Dixon with 5 catches. Ingold has hit 16 of 25 for the game, 181 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Ingold throwing, complete at the 8-yard line. Rex Moats, the former governor from Austin Peay, making the grab, and it's 1st and goal Washington at the Denver 9.
Watch Ingo step under it. He's a tough player, boy. He steps in there, gets hit, but now, as we see Moats get the ball, now you can't see Moats in the picture, but Moats makes a great play. But Ed Ingle is one tough football player because that 65 John Norris really cracked him one, didn't he?
Indeed, and then Norris fell on it.
Whew, 6'3", 260 pounds.
202 yards in the air for Washington. 1st and goal. Ingold is sacked. Norris got through. Chuck Harris with the sack, and that moves the ball back to the 16-yard line.
Well, as he's rolling out to his right, watch, they missed the assignment. Number 44, White, blocked to the left when he was supposed to block to the right, and that left number 60, Chuck Harris, wide open. That was a blocking assignment, but it looked good for the Denver Ball Club.
Chuck Harris played in the Peach Bowl and the Gator Bowl during his West Virginia career. 2nd and goal. Ingold to the end zone. Incomplete, and Trimble with a great defensive play to knock the pass away.
Now keep your eye on number 40 in the white jersey, Trimble, because as he comes about, he doesn't know where the ball is, but at the last minute, he takes a look for it and knocks it right out of his hand. Isn't that a beautiful, that looks like ballet right there. That was a beautiful play by Trimble, number 40.
And saves 6 points. Well, the clock definitely working in Washington's favor. 3:35 left to play. Ingold Incomplete. Too long for Lenny Taylor. Keep in mind, the clock continues to move until we get to the 1-minute warning.
If you'll notice, more pressure putting on the quarterback this time by the Denver team. They've changed linemen. 65 Norris and 60 Harris are fresh players, and in the fourth period, fatigue takes its toll in this league.
Dale Castro coming on to kick. And the ball is spotted at the 23. This will be a 31-yard field goal attempt for Castro, looking for his third three-pointer of the night. Got it. Washington ups the lead. 2:47 remaining in the game. And it's a 16-point lead for the Washington Commandos. Dale Castro with his third field goal of the game. Washington leads 36-20. We'll be right back.
In this reconstituted, freeze-dried, pre-mixed world of ours, it's hard to find a breakfast that's totally made from scratch.
Syrup on that?
Well, at Hardee's, our biscuits are made just that way, with no shortcuts like some other guys use. But then that's probably why they taste so good, and why at Hardee's we can truly say we're out to win you over.
Washington 36, Denver 20. 2:47 to play. Dale Castro kicking deep to Darrell Taylor. 5 yards deep. 10, 15, gets away, cuts to the outside, and Taylor gets it out to the 25-yard line. Well, Lee, if you can hit that seam with a quick step right up the middle, you've got a chance to break it. 30-yard return.
But keep your eye on Nate Greer, number 29 right here. Now, you see, Taylor makes a good play, but watch the open field tackle coming from the left part of your screen by 29 Greer. This is an excellent play just to hold on to him and make an open field tackle. Just ride him down.
Denver 16 points down, and they've got 2:19 to go. Mitchell to pass under pressure, and he throws it away, and he really took a jolt as he got rid of the ball. Pete Stubbs, number 31, came in and popped him, and the pass incomplete.
What are we going to do about that? We can't make an announcement.
Timeout now?
No. Through that whistle in the stands. We shall play through that whistle in the stands. Put it down. Put it down.
That is a
Let's go.
dangerous thing
Now
to do.
put it in the hole. Let's
Yeah, but that's
go.
going to
Let's
happen
go. Put it in the
sometime when you
hole.
get, first of all, it's the first time they've ever played here, number one. And number two, you can hear the whistle in here a lot better because it's
Move back.
closed.
Move back down.
Sure. Bob Harrison on the Washington sideline. They're going to penalize Relk. I thought perhaps he got back before the snap.
He might have.
Illegal snap on the center, number 50. 3-yard penalty.
As they get to play longer and longer, the center, Kane, will learn as when that man, Rolk, went across the line of scrimmage, you automatically snap him to get what they call a free play because he was encroaching on their side. But they haven't been playing, but this is their second week. We watch that happen a lot.
Pat Kane, the center, played at Wichita State. They ended the football program after his senior year. Here's Mitchell, back to throw. In the grass, they let the play go. It's going to be incomplete. Now the official marks it back at the 14. In the grass, 1:23 to play.
On the replay, you'll see the quarterback, Mitchell, is in the grass, which means a man has got a hold of him, and they're trying to do this to protect him from getting hurt. Number 31, Pete Stubbs had him by the leg. But that was a good defensive play down at the end. But again, Stubbs, 6'2", 210, is again blitzing and putting the pressure on that man, number 2, Mitchell.
Deep, Taylor dives, can't get it. Just beyond his fingertips. 1 minute to go in the ball game, and the 1 minute warning. The announcement.
Back. Denver has 1 timeout left. Washington has 2 timeouts left. Correction, Denver has 2 timeouts left.
2 timeouts remaining. Washington has 2 timeouts remaining. And 60 seconds left to play in the game. Now, to repeat, the clock will stop on incomplete passes, penalties, and plays out of bounds.
Let's go back a little ways and see one of the key parts of this ball game and the turning points is when the Denver Ball Club went with 2 quarterback sneaks and didn't make it. What happened? They lost an opportunity for 7. Washington came back and kicked 3, so it was a point spread of possible 10 points right there. That defensive play right there so far has been the key play of the game.
Denver has it.
Guys, remember to keep everything in front of them, man.
Come here, cushion, Brad.
Fourth down. Mitchell got him. A sack at the 6. And Washington with another great defensive series.
Is that a good-looking football player? Sean McInerney. Look at that. Frostburg State. He only weighed 210 pounds when he went to school. He ended up 255 pounds. He must have a good weight program.
So the Commandos take over on offense. 5 sacks. McInerney with that sack. And Washington kind of put some icing on the cake, leading 36-20 and 55 seconds remaining in the game. The impressive thing about the Commandos tonight, Lee, they've played on both sides of the ball very well. Ingold hands it off to Walter Holman. Loose ball. Now they'll blow the play dead. They say Holman was stopped at the 4-yard line. 48 seconds to play and a timeout called by Denver. We'll return for the final seconds after this. Enjoying a 16-point lead, and they've got the football. 2nd down and goal from the Denver 4-yard line.
Denver's going to blitz. They're going to run some kind of a quarterback sneak and protect the ball game.
Denver takes timeout, and now 44 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. Coming up in Arena football this Thursday night will be in Pittsburgh as Chicago takes on 2-0 Pittsburgh, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Then on Saturday, July the 11th, will be at McNichols Arena in Denver for the Pittsburgh-Denver game. That's a 9 p.m. Eastern time start. And the championship game Saturday, August the 1st, also at 9 p.m. Eastern time here on ESPN. Stay with us. Sports Center to follow. Chris Berman, Gail Gardner standing by. I'll be updating you on Wimbledon. Brett Saberhagen bidding for his 13th win for the Kansas City Royals tonight. All that and much more on Sports Center immediately following Arena football. 36-20 Washington with 44 seconds to play. This is 3rd down and goal for the Commandos.
Notice the man way back in the back. Remind me to tell you a story about that. See Holman back there all by himself?
Ingold again to one knee. Holman, as you see him in the picture there, but he was about 8 yards back.
You know why? Because remember the New York Giants lost the game and they had a fumble and the guy ran all the way for a touchdown? That's called a Giants play right now. You put a guy way back there in case there's a fumble.
So the Commandos even their record at 1-1. Denver is 1-1. And at midfield, the 2 head coaches. Tim Markham congratulates Bob Harrison on his win. Washington wins in front of a crowd of over 13,000 at the Capitol Center in Landover tonight. The final score, Washington 36 and the Denver Dynamite 20. Both clubs 1-1. Stay with us. We'll be back with more from the Capitol Center in Landover right after this.